Welcome once again. Welcome to Reba Broadcasting Network. To all of our viewers, you are now watching the Reba Banks Show. Welcome once again to all of our viewers. Greetings. We ask that you please like, share, and tag this video. Once again, please like, share, and tag this video. You are now watching the Reba Banks Show on Reba Broadcasting Networks. And I am joined here today with a fabulous guest, a beautiful young lady, not just on the outside, but also on the inside. She is founder and CEO of Go Mom, which is doing amazing things in the single mother community. So let's welcome to the show today, Crystal Hamilton. Hey girl, how you doing? Welcome to the show.
I'm so honored to be here.
Yes, we have been trying to do this for way too long.
It's all good. It's perfect timing.
Yes. God's timing is always perfect, I say.
Mm-hmm.
So, Crystal, tell the viewers a little bit about you.
Okay, well, I'm a single mom of 2 beautiful kids. My son is 9 and my daughter is 7 years old. I'm just a bubbly, outgoing mom, just love to enjoy life and always looking for some me time when I can make it.
Yes.
And I just have a passion for helping other single moms create that life as well.
Yes. And you definitely show that passion.
Hey.
Yes, I love your energy.
Thank you.
Yes. So, now, Go Mom. What does Go Mom mean?
Okay, so I always get this question, so I'm so glad you asked. So it's the G with the exclamation point and the O and the M and the dot and the O and another dot and the O. Okay, so the GO stands for Gifted Ones, and that's a nonprofit that I'm under. So the MOM is me, which is Moms on a Mission. And so together we create Go Mom. Ooh. So yeah, Gifted Ones is a nonprofit organization, 501c3, and they allow me to just do my thing under their brand.
Moms on a mission.
Moms on a mission.
We're always on a mission.
Hello, somebody.
Yes, hello. So how long has Go Mom been in existence?
2014. I know a lot of people think I just came out of nowhere because I've really been working it this past year or so, and no, it's been 4 years.
Wow, 4 years strong.
Strong.
That's a blessing.
Yes,
that's a blessing.
It is.
Yeah. So now you've been doing this for 4 years. What is your mission and your vision for Go Mom?
Well, my mission is to transform the lives of single moms, have them to understand and know that where they are taking care of their kids is more than that. You can take care of your kids, that's awesome, that's the whole goal, but don't forget about yourself. And I think we tend to lose ourselves, even more so as single moms, because we're doing both roles.
Yes.
And so we can really just have no sense of self.
Yes.
So I want to bring that back to my single moms and say, you know, you're not a bad mother if you want to take care of you too. Just learn how to balance the two. And the vision, my long-term vision, I'm putting it out there because it's going to happen. Is to create a community for single moms. So everything is on site, resources, housing, job access, all of that. So that is the long-term vision that I see every day. So I'm going to put it out in the atmosphere because it's coming.
Put it out there.
You gotta put it out there.
You gotta put it out in the universe. The
Hello.
Lord will make it happen.
Hello, somebody.
And transforming the lives of single mothers.
Yes, ma'am.
That's beautiful. So how has your testimony not just changed your life, but the lives of the single mothers that you work with?
Well, first of all, I didn't want to tell my story. Let's put it out there. I really didn't want to because I felt ashamed. I was going to UCF and didn't have the typical college story, like, you know, you go to school, you get the degree. I went to school, had the kids, still trying to finish school. Then when a lot of people look at me, they're like, you don't look like you were homeless and living in transitional housing, and you know, but when I started to think about it, I'm more than what happened to me. I can turn this into something powerful and use it to uplift people, to say, look, you can make it. You can finish. It don't matter if your mom or your dad or your sister, brother, cousin says you can't make it. You can do it. And through that, women are like, okay, I don't even have 2. You have, I have 1, and you know, you made it with 2. I could do it too. So it really, they're like, okay, all right. You know, it really has them thinking again, going into themselves.
And it's that empowerment.
Yeah.
Like they say, you see my glory, but you don't know my
story. You don't know.
You don't know my story.
See, that's not what I'll say. It's okay.
Yes. So, what are some of the tools that the single moms learn in your sessions and classes?
The biggest one I always takeaway, I would say, that I always talk about is time management. Because the biggest thing we like to say out of our mouth, oh, I ain't got time. The kids
Yes.
at the door, and I can't even do it.
Yes.
Okay, man, we're going to work on this today. So, and it's a skill that we have to grow, because we always put our kids first. And it's always seen as selfish if we're like, oh, you know, I'm having my me time. You know, I'm like, oh, you have your me time. What about your babies? My babies are okay. I taking care of them. They're good. They're fed. Now it's my time. So we always go over tools on how to schedule your me time. And that means you may have to put on your day like me time at 6:30.
All right.
10 minutes. You know, you have to just write it out. You have to be intentional. Yes. And that's what it really boils down to.
Yes. Intentional. I love that word.
Capitalize
it for the year. Intentional. I'm so serious. So now, what are some of your hopes that you want to see done through Go Mom in their lives, in the community? What are some of your hopes?
I just want to see households change. You know, I don't want people to get the wrong idea thinking that I want single moms to be single forever. Right. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying build a strong foundation for you and your families. Because if you're strong and you're whole as a mom, everything is going to fit together. Your children are going to be good. Your finances are going to be good. The household will be good. Right. And that potential mate is going to come if that's what you want. Yes. So I want people to understand I'm not this bitter, oh, be alone forever. You know? No. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is I want single moms to have a strong foundation and make sure we're getting our ducks in a row. Whatever you need to put in a row, I want to help you get there.
Wow, that is awesome. That is beautiful. That's why I say you're not just beautiful on the outside, you're beautiful on the inside, because you have literally dedicated 4 years to single moms, enhancing them, enriching them, and growing their lives and pouring into them. And I believe as Christians, that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to labor and pour into women and men, and you know, just do what God has called us to do.
And honestly, just meet people where they are and loving on them, because sometimes you get some people who just, you're saying the same thing over, and you know, you just gotta say, you know what, God, you were so patient with me. You know what I mean? And just love on them for right where they are, and just pray for them. And that's what that the women have taught me. Little do they know, they've taught me, you know, to really go within and to really just be humble and just, you know, meet them where they are. Love on them.
I love on them. That's what it is. Love on them. I love that. So now we're going to move on really quickly before we go into the second half of the show. Okay. All right. So we're moving pretty fast, right? When you're having fun, you move pretty fast. Yes. We're going to go into the Trevo. It's a commercial break, like live taste testing, I guess.
I'm with it.
Where I have the guests come on and they taste Trevo for the first time and they tell me their honest opinion.
I'm absolutely thrilled to tell you about our remarkable nutraceutical product called Trevo. Trevo created this one-of-a-kind nutraceutical formula, masterfully combined into a delicious, highly bioavailable liquid. A phenomenal benefit of Trevo's powerful nutrients is that many of them are off-the-chart antioxidants. In addition to Trevo being the most nutrient-dense product on the market, the cost of enjoying Trevo on a daily basis is practically impossible to beat. Superior nutrition, optimal good health, and fabulous value. To learn more about the phenomenal history and health benefits of Trevo's myriad of nutritionally dense ingredients,
ladies and gentlemen.
All right now.
Yeah, see, it tastes good,
flavorful.
Right? Yeah, very flavorful.
Girl, hold on. It's good. Okay, it's like grape with apple.
Yeah.
All right, you want
I
to be
always
smacking?
get that. Yeah. You know, because, and I like people to taste it because it is a supplement, and a lot of times people think supplement, they think it doesn't taste great.
No, it does.
But when you think of health supplement, but Trevo definitely does. It has a great taste, a very delicious taste. You heard it from Crystal. Apple, grape. I mean, the theme of our guests, they all say that Trevo tastes phenomenal. It's good. So if you're interested in learning more about health benefits of how you can be healthy on Trevo, how you can lose weight and take control of your health, or if you're just interested in being a life and health coach, or just want to exercise your vibrant health, the right for vibrant health, you can go to www.drank2live.org. That is www.drank2live.org. I want to make sure you guys catch the number 2. All right, so we're going to go ahead and hop back into the show, jump right back in, and we are jumping into the next segment, which is single, saved, and secure.
Ooh, all right.
All right. I'm telling you, when we first had this discussion, right, we were like on fire about it.
Right.
It was like, oh, this is going to be good.
Yeah.
So now, when we talk about single, saved, and secure, what does the term single, saved, and secure mean to you?
Okay, first, let's back it on that first, and that's the journey that I'm on. So, and I feel like I gotta share this, you know. I took a stand, you know, to do things God's way, and you know that means eliminating some things that I was used to. And so, being single means being whole by myself and being happy. I think a lot of people, when they're single, they feel like, oh, I'm not happy. But for me, it's finding that peace from within. So that's what being single means: being whole by yourself and just really enjoying that moment, not seeing as something as, oh, I'm single, I'm alone, it's so worse. No, it's not. It's a blessing, not a curse. And then saved means grounded. For me, it's in the Word of God. Whatever your higher power is, I'm not going to force that on anybody, but I'm going to tell you that's the way. That's the way. So being grounded in the Word of God, so being, you know, save that relationship, you know, developing that, and then secure. Being complete all around, you know, having everything tied together, because that's the foundation. Once you got those two, hello, somebody, you secure.
You're preaching now. You're preaching.
So, I was just saying, so for me, that's what it means. And I just feel like I'm on a different, just a happier space, like, and I'm like, I just want to share with everybody. Like, so yeah, that's what it means. It's like joy.
I mean, when you first brought it to me about being single, saved, and secure,
You're like,
I said, oh, I love that, you know, because I am also on that journey, and it is a journey.
It is.
All right, but I also consider it a season for us both. It's just a season.
That is true. Season. We don't know how long that season's going to be.
So now, how did you get to the place of being, you know, single, saved, and secure?
Wow.
What was that?
It would have to
like?
be, you know, just past relationships. It was just a reflection. Going into 2018, I was really looking at my relationships and analyzing my life and just taking a look at, like, Crystal, what do you really want? What are you doing? What are you doing?
Right.
And just really being honest with myself. And I go to church and I'm like, the word is right there. It's telling you what to do. Why are you not following it? So it just came to a point where it was like, it's either you're going to do it God's way or you're going to keep being on that fence where you got one foot in and one foot out. And I was just tired. I was just tired. And I said, you know what? Give God everything.
Right.
Go ahead and just do it. Because at the end of the day, you're not just doing it for you. You're doing it for the single moms who are around you, who are going to wonder, what's that extra light she got on? What's that little glow? Let me tell you what this glow is, child.
Yes.
So, that's
It's
how
the
it came
glow
out.
of Jesus.
Yes. They don't know. They don't know, though.
Yes. So you mentioned something very important.
Yes.
I was going to ask you about that, the word. How has the word, or how does the word and just reading your Bible really help you in your single walk?
It's the standard right there. Because if anyone comes with anything extra, you gotta go look at that word. Like, hold on.
Okay, Lord.
Did he say what he said again? That don't match up with what you say. So you know, that's the bar. And you know, Jesus. He just sets the bar. And when you're grounded in the word, you can feel and see. You know, that power of discernment. So you just already know what someone's bringing to the table. Sometimes you nice, so you let your flesh go ahead and listen to them. But you know, being grounded just in the word of God. You know, just what they say, the full armor of God. Putting that on, that's no joke.
Yes,
no
putting
joke.
on the full armor,
not half the whole thing, girl. So yeah.
Yes. So now having kids, we're also talking about being single, saved. Well, you're a single mom. I'm a single mom.
Yeah.
So having children, how does having children affect, you know, who you choose to be in a relationship with or who you choose to date?
It's a big factor because a lot of people like say, oh, he coming in, he playing daddy. You know, he's going to be that role model. He not playing. He is that role model.
He's inheriting.
Yes. So, okay, they're yours. So really you have to be cognizant about who you bring in, not only to your life, but to your children's life. So not only when you are talking to this man, hopefully a man of God, you are looking at, okay, what are his values? Okay, do they align with mine? Like, how do we go about, okay, how is he going to treat the children? Is he, you know, what are your levels of discipline? You know, do they match up with my levels of discipline? You know, how do you do it? How do I do it? Those are some questions you can't get in a couple of months. It might take more than that. It might take a year or two. So you have to really think about those things and not just, you know, be all about the outside, because it gets deep. What he gonna do when he talk back to daddy? What he gonna do? What he gonna do, girl? Okay,
and
you gotta
I love
know these
what you
things.
said too. The values.
Yeah, values.
Making sure your values align. And I equate that to ministry as well. A lot of times people jump in relationships, they haven't did any homework.
None.
They don't know what the person likes, what the person's dreams or goals are.
Zero.
They just know you look good, I look good, you in the church, I'm in the church, let's do it.
Let's look good together, honey.
Let's just play together. But you haven't invested enough to even know, okay, you might like children. This person may not want anything to do with you. So it's good to know who you're dating, you know, and know their values.
Exactly.
And what type of family they're looking to build.
And when do they want to start a family?
Exactly.
Do they want more kids?
Exactly.
Maybe you don't want no more. You got your boy and your, like me, I got my boy and my girl. I might be done.
That's it for me.
Right. So those are real questions to ask. I feel like there shouldn't be a pressure. You shouldn't feel pressure, and you should be ready.
Yes.
You know, just be ready.
So in the whole process of dating, why is it important to take it slow?
Oh, that's kind of what I was segueing into in a sense, because of those questions that you need to ask. And you also want to, not to say you want to put them in a situation, you kind of want to know, like, if he at the red light and someone cut him off, or, you know, how is he going to respond? Does he have a temper? You know, like, what does he really, how does he respond to situations when he doesn't get his way? Like, really just getting to know him or the, you know, other person outside of, you know, normal, oh, we're eating at a restaurant, you know, just really getting in their inside of their minds. Like, there shouldn't be a rush. No. If you feel a rush, you need to go inside yourself and wonder, why do I feel this urgency? Where is this coming from? You know what I mean? Just take your time to understand who this person is. I think once you're grounded in the values and you feel as though, okay, we at least on the same playing field, then you could probably consider, okay, all right. But that, it takes two.
It takes two.
Don't rush nobody.
And I think too, when you fall in love with you, when you really love yourself, you don't want to rush, because you're in love with yourself. You're keeping yourself busy. You're doing things to occupy your time. So you have a life. I think creating a life for yourself.
Right.
You know, sometimes when you're not doing anything, you're like, okay, what is he doing? When is he gonna call? Because you don't have a life.
That part.
You gotta create a life for yourself.
No, that's right. And I don't even like to say, I went to something at my church. It's like, you never want to say fall in love or falling and anything, because you're coming from something. So you want to say grow.
Yeah.
And I love that. I want you grow in love and you grow in yourself. I'm like, I know that's right. So that's something to also think about and to consider, that you grow. And if you're growing, it's gonna do what? Take time.
It's gonna take time. Yes, and you know, so that's very important to me, too. And to insecurity, sometimes when you're rushing, check your insides. You know, what's, like you said, what's going on in you? Why do you feel like you have to rush something?
Exactly.
You know, things take time, so I love that. So another question I wanted to ask you too is, why is it important to set boundaries?
Oh, sure. We talked about that. It's important because just like you got the standard, right?
Yes.
In order to keep that standard, there's certain things you got to guard yourself from. You know, you got to say, okay, well, I know I can't do X, Y, and Z, so this is what I'm going to do. It's like when you have a little garden. So you're trying to keep certain things out. So what you do with the garden, you protect. You probably put a little net over it, you know, make sure no insects come and eat it around it. That's the same concept. You got to protect you. And you also comes from knowing where your weaknesses are. Some people's weaknesses are not the same as yours. So you got to know your triggers. And in order to ensure that those triggers don't flare up, you got to guard yourself. And you got to protect yourself. Whatever it is that you got to do, set those realistic boundaries.
Realistic
on the deep
boundaries.
End.
Realistic boundaries. Yeah, and like you said, set boundaries and guard your heart.
Guard it.
You got to, because sometimes if you don't guard your heart and you let someone in and you haven't given things time to grow or build, then you wonder why you're heartbroken.
Exactly.
You know, or you're looking for love in the wrong places.
You
have all the wrong places. So you also have to guard your heart, give things time to develop, right? And grow and blossom into something beautiful. And another thing too, check patterns.
That part.
This gives you an opportunity to check someone's patterns, right?
Yeah, when they call you, when you text you.
You know how you start off good, you're like, okay, What's going on now?
Yeah, you like, hold on. Or why? I usually just ask questions when I see a pattern quick up. But so why do you do X, Y, Z? It's always at 10 something.
Yeah.
No, I'm cutting that short.
Yeah, because you want to see consistency.
Yeah, exactly.
Consistency is key.
It is.
Yeah. So now, what about when you're with a man? What is the first thing about his Christ walk? How is his walk with Christ?
I want to know if he has a relationship and it goes beyond church. I want to see if he's serving.
Yes,
That's a big thing for me. Does he serve in the church without me saying anything? Does he already do that?
Yes.
You know what I mean? I feel that for me, service is important. You know, not just what I do right in my business, but of course, you know, in the church. So for me, service. Where do you serve in the church? Because that takes a whole lot of man, actually a whole lot of person to say, you know what, I'm going to dedicate my time here and Bible study. Because again, those are things that, you know, a lot of people don't do or follow up with or feel like they have, oh, I could just do it at home. No, that says a lot. Because it's time. It's time that you're putting God first. You're saying God is important in my life, no matter what. God, I'm going to meet you here and serve. I'm going to meet you at church on Sunday. I'm going to meet you at Bible study. That says a lot without saying anything.
I love, seeing where they serve is very important. And also the relationship they have with their leaders.
Yes, ma'am.
What is your relationship like with your pastor, your parents? That's very important. If they, you know, if their parents are around, or if they're, you know, are very close with their pastors, what is your relationship like? Go to church with them.
Right.
Yeah, you know, let me go to church with you and see what it's like.
Okay.
Yeah. So, what are some tips that you can give single moms that are dating?
I think the biggest tip, because like you were saying about, oh, what he doing right now, you know, that comes from, I don't want to say lack, but that's the word that's come. Please don't take it personally. But, you know, passion. You know, where's your God-given passion? Where does it lie? Find that first. Whatever it may be, God's the one to tell you. Can't nobody tell you nothing else, because his word is last, okay? So wherever that passion is, go with that. Because you know what? That will fuel you. You won't be looking left or right, checking your phone, because that will be your ultimate motivation to please him. You know, because when you start pleasing people, that's disappointment. Right there, that's ultimate disappointment. So when your focus is on God and the purpose that God has given me, then that's numero uno.
Yes. Like you said, and expectations. That's what it is. Don't put your expectations all in this one person. They're human. They're not God.
And you have to think about you fail too.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, it's funny. Like, that's why I'm just in love with relationships, because the things that we put on others, then we try to own up to that same standard.
And then it happens to you, and you're like, well,
let's see what happened was. Like, no.
Yeah. And what about praying? To pray.
Yes.
Before you date someone.
That is true. I'm praying for that.
Yes.
You know, that's a good one.
Yes.
Because sometimes we just kind of let things happen in the natural. But yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. It's definitely good.
You mentioned something to me off camera, and I'm gonna bring it back.
Bring it back.
Dating with accountability.
Oh yes, honey, it's so true.
Yes.
Want me to run it back?
Yes, run it back.
Okay, so you had asked me. You had said, okay, so how do you date then? And I said, in bright lights and bright places. I'm just being honest, y'all. Like, honestly, like, we're not gonna be taking dark walks around Lake Eola. It's just not gonna happen, because I know my boundaries, I know my standard, and I know my weaknesses. So therefore, I'm gonna honor that. It's nothing to be ashamed of. I want single moms, do not be ashamed of that. Know it and own it, and just say, you know what? Let's go here, and we're going to sit down, we're going to talk, and we're going to ask those real questions. We're going to ask, you know, what do you like? What did you like to do? What do you see yourself in 5 years or 2 years? Or, you know, really just be honest.
That's important. What do you see yourself in 5 years?
Yes.
Goals.
I don't want to hear, we're coming back to that.
We got an issue. You should know what you're doing.
I'm just playing now.
Yeah, but I like what you said, too. Dating with accountability, going out.
And you could go with friends, too, with a group. Double dating. So, and I also had a friend, Danielle, how you doing, girl? You know, I tell her, girl, I'm gonna be home at like 10. You go ahead and call me. I'll go talk 10:01, girl. You know, so I have people, even my brother, because my brother lives with me. Hi, Zay. You know, same thing. You know, I have him like look out the window if he's like,
Yes,
like, you know, just being
yes.
honest with where I am in my walk and just owning it, not feeling ashamed,
Yeah,
not,
exactly.
you know, it's like I'm owning it.
Yeah, I love what you said, being honest in your walk.
In your walk.
You got to be honest with yourself, right? Know what you can and cannot do or take, or if you know you can't be alone, then don't be alone. Don't test yourself.
Don't set yourself up.
And then you're mad when you fail the test. Hashtag fail. Okay. It's a bit of fail. Okay.
Like, come on now.
So now, what's some advice you could give to some 20 people in their middle 20s, 30s that are like, the clock is ticking. God has not sent my Boaz yet, and I'm still waiting.
See, I'm just gonna run it back again. You got it. First of all, there is no clock. Get the clock out your head. Can we bang the clock? Throw it in the trash and the deep. Okay. There is no clock. Yes. And number two, like I said before, finding your God-given passion.
Yes.
I'm telling you, you do that work. Let me tell you, men love to see you working, honey.
Exactly.
You out there doing your thing, they are going to find you.
Yes.
Okay, so don't even worry about that. Find out, what do you love to do? What does God want you to do?
Yes.
Are you operating in that?
Yes.
And it's hard because you're like, well, I think I kind of sort of am, but no. Take that time. And one other thing that we're missing is our quiet time, because we're bombarded by so many things. We got our phones, we got the TV, we got, always spending time with our friends and all that stuff. We need to find our quiet time again, whether it's 5-10 minutes and with God, and just really allow Him to do the work that needs to be done on the inside. And then you'll begin all that noise.
Yeah.
Child.
That quiet time.
Quiet time.
Because a lot of times God is still working on us.
Yes.
Like sometimes you gotta get your finances in order, sometimes you gotta get other things in order. Let's keep it real, sometimes you even gotta get your credit in order. People ain't even did the basics.
But they
like,
want to
God,
date.
where's it? So also be real with the type of person that you're asking God the man you're asking God to sit into your life while you're in your waiting, because we're waiting and the men are seeking.
Yes.
They're looking.
Wrong inbox.
So, that's very important, making sure you're getting your house in order.
That's what my class is called.
Yes.
Getting your house in
order. Girl, on the same wavelength.
Yes.
Hello.
Of course.
I love that. So
I also want to add on.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Derek Jackson, he's on Facebook. I'm pretty sure if you scroll through, he said that dating should be considered an extracurricular activity. And when he said, I was like, he talking about? But he's like, when you're done with your homework, your mama let you go outside and play. All right? And I'm like, okay. He's like, the same thing with dating. You need to understand that you need to get yourself together before you can consider saying, I'm going to step out into that realm. And I was like, that is so true. You want to go dating, but you ain't got no money in the bank to be dating nobody or doing nothing like that. You want to go and find a wife, but you can't even hold down a household. Like, things like that people need to start thinking about. And we can start breaking these cycles that we keep going in. Like, oh, Jesus, I love relationships.
We could talk about this all day.
Yeah,
right? But,
we did.
But the main thing, I guess, what is the main thing we want? Because we kind of talked about a few things. Right. But what is the main thing you want to just impart in the women to say, this is the advice I want to leave you with?
The biggest advice?
The biggest advice.
Ooh, that's a lot. But I think I said like 3 times.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, the biggest advice I want to impart on my beautiful single moms is to know who God is for you. Understand what His role is. His role is to be, sovereign over your life. That's what it is. But what does He want you to do for your life, in your life? Okay, find that passion. Find it, because you don't want to be out here, wavering. That's not what He wants for your life. He has something amazing for your life. You got to give Him the chance. And you got to be obedient to His word. It's hard, but that's where accountability steps in. Okay? All right.
Look. She gave you the look. All right. That means she means business. She's serious.
Yes.
All right. I love it. So now, Crystal, we're basically at the end of the show.
Okay.
can you tell, and I hate that I'm at the end because I feel like we could talk more about this, but can you tell the viewers how they can contact you if they want to know more about you and your organization? How can they get in touch with you?
Well, the easiest way is via Facebook. I know that sounds cliche, but it's Facebook. It's my real name, Crystal Hamilton, Crystal, Hamilton, Hamilton, or by email. So if you want to email me, it's momsonamission365@gmail.com. So that's MOMSONAMISSION 365@gmail.com. I spelled that all out. But yes.
Yes. Well, thank you for coming on the show. I mean, I could just keep you here in this energy with me, girl. I just love it. I love it. I love it.
Thank you.
All right. So, you know what? I just want to say, and I'm quite sure Crystal can agree with me, we want to pray for your strength, that God will strengthen you through your journey, that He will give you the spirit of discernment, that you will be able to discern between good and evil, and that you will be able to stand firm in this time of waiting. While you're in this time of singleness, you will not be single for long. Glory be to God. We believe in and standing with you, that God is about to send the person that has been preordained for you and for your life. So we just want to say, we want to stand firm with you and say, stay strong, keep at it, keep working, keep shining, because God is about to send your mate. All right, so thank you for watching the Reba Banks Show on Rhema Broadcasting Network. And until next time, you all take care. Bye.